Hello, welcome to today's video. Thanks for joining me. Today we are going to talk about something that happens a lot, that I get asked a lot about, and wanted to cover today for you. So it is about our MailChimp forms and how to begin gathering our emails. And when you have an email marketing software, you want to start growing your numbers and working through the people that are interested in what you have to offer. So let's go ahead and share our screen. We're going to look at the inside of a free MailChimp account to get you started. I want to make sure, and I'm going to try to use all of the free platforms and then let you know when it's time to upgrade, what makes sense to upgrade, and again, like what would be a reason for upgrading. So are we getting something in return for it? And let's go to present. Let's go open that. So we are going on a trip over to the other. Make sure that you have that. Okay. Now, remember, this is a free account, and I want you to see the difference between what you can do with a free account to get you started. Your goal should be to build your email list. You're gathering names so you can have a captive audience. There's 3 types of audiences, and that captive audience that you own, that already has done relationship with you, are the ones that you own. Those are the easiest ones for you to build a strategy around and market to. So if you can start gathering information about people who know who you are, what they want, just think of them as your groupies. So you've got a whole band full of groupies that want to hear from what you have to offer, what you're selling, your information, all of the things related to you. This is going to be the tool that helps you do that. Inside MailChimp, we've signed up for our free account. I've already got logged in. I went through the 2-factor authentication and did all of that. So this isn't about setting up this MailChimp account. Right here, we're going to learn about how to use the tools inside MailChimp. So I'm going to assume that you're already in, you already have your account, and we're moving past that. So if you need to come back to this video after you get your account turned on and set up and logged in, then that is fantastic. You can always come back to this video. Over on the side, we have sign up forms under audience. So I'll show you how I got here. This is what it looks like. We get into the dashboard. There's our icon, home, campaigns, automations. We have our SMS, and then over here is audience. So we just go right down to audience, and then we have sign up forms. That's where we are here. First thing we want to do is select a form type. They are offering us 3 particular types in this screen. An embedded form is a form that goes into your website. If you already have a page that says sign up for whatever it is, newsletter, information, a coupon code, anything like that, this goes right inside that page. The second one is a pop-up form. If you're on a home page and you go to leave and it says, wait, and there's this pop-up window that comes up that says, don't leave, we'll give you 10% if you stay. That pop-up form is used as either hi, welcome, or you're on leaving mode, and it'll pop up and get your attention there. And there's a lot of settings that you can do with the pop-up form, but just to give you the framework of what a pop-up form is. And then we have our sign up landing page. This landing page says create a single web page to capture leads, customer information, and to promote your brand, and other things that you can do with it as well. So let's do this. These are our short tutorial videos. So let's do this real quick. We'll go through each one. Let's see what has available, and then we'll go through the process of finishing one. So we have our embed form. We give it a name. So we're going to call this training test. And this is our social ninja audience. We're going to continue to our builder. And I want you to see, as it starts this builder, what do we do with this information? And it literally gives us this subscribe, give us your email address. That's it. And that's okay. Sometimes that's perfectly valid. We want to make it as easy as possible for somebody to give us their email address in exchange for whatever. So there may have been a video above this. There might be other information. Lots of things could be happening on the page before this subscribe button. Now it says customers see the form in the language preferences in their browser. So if you have to worry about serving different languages, I know in some capital cities when they create content for their websites and the other organizations that are serving the population, they have translators in up to 5 languages. So depending on where you are, just to let you know, if that's something that you were worried about, this is related to the user, not your form. So then we can just dismiss this. Here's where we add what we want to have on this. We have these standard ones, first name, things like that. So we just simply turn them on. We just turn the toggle on, and you'll begin to see that it grows over here. So if you sign up for the birthday club, we don't need your phone number, we don't need your address, but we do need your first and last name. So we want to know who you are and put you in our birthday club so you can come in and get a milkshake on your birthday or your birth month. And we can create a marketing campaign around that. Those are important things. So let's turn off the birthday and think about if we wanted to have you talk to a salesman. We want to know then what is your phone number. That's a very important piece to have them give you a call. Again, this goes into the page, and what is happening on that page is going to dictate and tell me what I want to ask for in this subscribe. So first name is important, last name is not, phone number is not. Maybe we just want to know email address and first name. So then when I send out an email to you, it's, hey friend, whatever your name is, and then I send the email to the subscriber email address. So, hey friend, I just wanted to let you know that I got your information. You're on our thing, whatever newsletter, and I can address you by name. Those are important if you're going to create custom emails to the audience member. That is where you would get that first name. So that would be something that's important. As you click on this, it says help text, and I'll show you where that populates. It gives us a prompt to help them to know what to put in this box here. So as you begin to build custom fields, it's important to guide them. Is it required? Then we'll get this red star right here. Okay, let's go back. Those are the fields. Settings. What's the button? The button is subscribe. So if, again, depending on the page that we're putting this on, form title here, the width is 600 here. So if you want it to be big, you'll see that it stretches out here depending on the website that you're putting it on. If you need it to be in a skinny column, then we go to 400 and we make it tiny. We go back. Tags. I said that was the button, but that was actually the title I misread. When I have them coming in, we would start typing to add a custom tag. So this is our test tag, and I would click create test tag. That means that every time somebody comes in on this particular form, it identifies them as coming in on that page. So if our page title was website.com/sign up for our newsletter, then I would create a tag that says everybody that fills out this form came in on the newsletter page. And then when I mark it to them, or the birthday page, I know that they belong to this form, and I can create an email to talk to them. I'm going to leave that blank. I don't need them in here for our purposes. And just so you know that this is the referral badge. MailChimp allows you to earn credits when you refer new paying customers. So if we wanted to turn that on, it would be on there. So I'm just going to skip past that one. We don't need that. This is the thing that goes into the website. So I click continue, and it says, this is important. Your form is ready. Copy and paste this code into your website where you want it to appear. So if I have Elementor in my WordPress website, so my builder has a place for code, then I would simply copy. And what you can see is that it starts from the beginning all the way down here to the end, and that's on my clipboard. And I go to my website, and I have the section picked out for where it's going to go, and then this goes in there, it automatically connects. There's code in here that tells it that this is to come over here, assign this person. It says the word sign up now right there. It brings in, you can see here the email address, their first name, and then what happens after that. And then it talks about the design and what it looks like. So everything that just happened on this visual we just saw is hidden inside this code here. We take that to our website, and it will automatically bring our people who fill it out to our MailChimp account and tag them with the birthday campaign for our example. And so then we're done. Now we're going to have it ready to go, and it is an embed form on our website. So real quick, let's go through that again. We go to the sign up forms under the audience. We're going to create a new form, and there's where they live. There's our training test. And it's going to ask us again, do you want a pop-up or a landing page real quick? So this is the pop-up test. This is our Social Ninja audience. If you needed to segment your audiences, that's where you would choose it. And customers will see your form in the language. Again, that just tells us if we need translations. It's already doing it based on the browser. And there it is. So we have exactly what it's going to look like. We can change the style. Do you have a brand color? And do you have a font that you would prefer? We can select from what is in their database here. It looks like there's 3 for us to choose from. So we go backwards. The style is over here. The layout gives us an option to choose. So we have a basic, a tiny one. An image can go to the top, left, or right. And right now we have no picture. And then we go to settings, display it immediately. This is what I was talking about. If you're getting ready to leave or you just come into my website, this is going to tell the code when to display this pop-up immediately. As soon as you get on my page, this pop-up happens. If you're one of those people that says this pop-up is in my way, I didn't even get a chance, I just got here. We're not that kind of relationship yet. Wait until 5 or 20 seconds, or wait until I get invested a little bit and get to the middle of the page, for example. Do you want it to slide, or do you want it to be modal? And if I come back, so let's say I'm a frequent person who visits your website, how often do you want to show this? We can tell it to wait to show it to me again. It's got me tagged. It knows that I've been there. And we can wait a couple days, 5 days. You can choose when to show that to me again. So you're not hitting me up every single time I visit your site. If this is a one-time, one choice, one visit type of transaction that we have, then you don't need to worry about that. If I'm a regular visitor and I'm always here checking it out, and that just becomes a nag screen, for example, to get it out of the way, we probably could delay it a little bit, maybe show it to me next week. This opacity is to show and display what's behind it. You can choose this. And if we have a mobile banner, we can turn that on and off. And it says they recommend keeping it enabled. And we go back to the settings and simply just turn that back on again. And then the badge, we can remove the branding, but again, I wanted to show you the difference between the free and the paid. And the bottom of the settings screen says, close this success message automatically after 3 seconds. So I subscribe, I use the pop-up box, I give you my email address, and then it's like, great, thanks. And then it'll automatically close itself after 3 seconds. Okay. So in order to see it, we wanted to be able to see what it looks like. And then we're ready to go. We can preview it as we go or continue. To save and publish it, we want to hit save. So everything is good there. And then it would simply, now I'm going to go ahead and delete this. This is connected to the website. So delete. And when you're ready and you don't need them anymore, clean them up. You're not using them. Their campaign has long since expired. That isn't even offered anymore. If they're very specific, you'll want to do that. I just don't want to pop up on that website window. And then we have sign up landing page. So these are the three options that you have the ability to capture people who have found you, and you can drive them from social media. You can run ads to it. Landing page test. Okay, let's go on. It's thinking. This has the ability for you to be on brand. So it gives us templates, but they are all customizable templates for us to use. So we can think about promoting products, generating leads for our business, or just simply grow our list. So this has an I, and that says they are powered by Shutterstock. You agree to the terms of using these photos. So if you don't necessarily have a specific brand product photo, then know that you'll be able to use the pictures that are provided through this terms and conditions in their agreement with Shutterstock, which is pretty cool. So these are blank, just to give you the heads up. These are for you to fill in. And these ones here are ones that you would just simply replace. Same concept. As you pick one, it opens the builder. And on the right-hand side is how you do your design and changing things on the screen. And this is your preview window. So you get here, we're setting tours to the wild country, collecting email addresses, and then we can click subscribe. Then we have a box of text. We look at this from the perspective of selling the idea of whatever it is. And then this one happens to be wild country tours. Put your business and your products and services in place of that, and just keep that in mind. We have blocks. So as we begin to look inside these blocks, photo, title, text, and that's a 3-column photo, title, text, large, clear description, and then of course the header. Get a quote comes down here. So you have to think too, where do I want them to leave? This one says subscribe. This one down here says get a quote. So as you take the journey through the top to the bottom of this landing page, think about if it actually works for your needs. And then if you want to set things in here, you're just going to the right-hand side. So let's say we wanted them to follow us on social. Then we have to decide where we want to drop this block. And you see the blue. As you put it there, it opens this up on the side over here, and save and close. As you put in your things, your URLs, it'll show up right there for you. If you have a product, for example, you can bring that over, and it's the same concept. As you build this out, what do you want me to do when I get here? And then we go to save and close. So we've changed the text, we've changed the images, and now we have check marks down here for the next step. It says you're ready to publish. No one will see it until you share that address. So that URL is how we get to this particular landing page. And we can finish it later, or we can publish it. So we can edit the title and the site icon. The site icon is the little preview thing at the very top of the internet browser. That's this up here. And we have a share it on social. Here is the URL. And don't worry about that because I'm going to delete it here in just a second. Audience and tags will go. Anybody who fills this out and wants to tour the wild country will be tagged in here. We can edit that. You want to set your campaign so you know where people are coming from. Because when we build our strategies and we start thinking about campaigns, how am I getting them? They're either coming in from an email and saying, hey, go to my wild country landing page and see if you want to do a tour. or I create a social media post, or I'm out here making a video on it. I'm running ads to it, and they're going to get lumped in with all of my other MailChimp audiences. So I need to know if I'm creating a strategy and a full marketing campaign for the Wild Country Tours, then I need to tag them that they came in from the landing page that's related to Wild Country Tours. Insert your campaign and replace that with your tag and your message and what you want to do with them after that. So each one of these things, I want you to click, make some sample ones, and go through each of these buttons down here. And it says, you're not tracking a metapixel, you're not tracking with Google Analytics. We do not have a reCAPTCHA, which is that thing that says, are you a human or a robot? Tell us which one has a crosswalk in it. And then you have not enabled Google. So there's a lot of things to do here, and explore this. I want you to go in here and do this next. Then when we're ready, we hit publish. And remember, nobody's going to see it because they're only going to be able to get there with that. And it says your page is live. Spread the news. Now what to do next. Follow through these, check it out, and see. Let's see if I can get it to open. I'll show you what we just created. And then it becomes a link, and you send this from your captions, from your ads, buttons that go out. There it is. Email address, subscribe, kick off your next adventure. And so it was that fast for us to be able to get a lead generating, email capturing landing page for this particular brand. I hope that was helpful. I want you to go ahead and get your MailChimp started. Start with the free account. Begin to play around with how you can capture emails and manipulate and start working those owned audiences. If you have an existing database of people who have already bought from you, you can bring them in. Start looking at the prices, though. I don't want you to get stuck if you have 3,000 names and it charges you. So just start with 1 or 2 names, and maybe it's yourself and a friend, so that way you can get practice in here. Try using these pop-ups so that way you can begin gathering even more. I hope that's been helpful, and I will see you in the next video.